What is up, everyone? My name's Ken, also known as Wiltshire, and today I'll be showing you guys a mod of the SCPMonitor called SCPMonitor Plus. Now, the SCPMonitor Plus is a mod of the original SCPMonitor and adds a lot more functionality to the SCPMonitor. Now, I prefer the SCPMonitor over the original because it gives me more options at my disposal. Now, as you can see, they look vastly different, and I personally like the layout of the SCPMonitor Plus better. Now, as you can see, I have a joypad control panel option, configuration option, profile manager option, restart service option, and an exit button. Now, let's start with the restart service button. Now, right above that, it'll say service enabled or disabled. Now, the SCP DS3 service is a service on Windows that needs to be enabled to use your controller. Your controller won't function at all, and it'll say everything is disconnected without that service. Now, as you can see, I have it enabled and everything's working fine. I have a DualShock 4 and a DualShock 3 controller connected via Bluetooth. Now, if it's disabled, you know right then and there that the SCP service is not working on your computer, and you can basically use this to troubleshoot things. And that's why I really like the SCPMonitor Plus, because it makes things easier when knowing what the problem is. So say if I have service enabled and my controller's still not working, you can hit the restart service button, and it might help you clear up the issues with your controller instead of having to reboot and whatnot. So let's move on to the next option, which is the configuration button option. If I click this opens up the configuration window for your controller. You can modify a few things in here. You can do the rumble for the DS3. You can change the DualShock 4's light bar brightness and whatnot. You can change a whole bunch of options in here. However, on the original, this still had the feature. However, you had to go to the system tray and then right-click on the icon and then go to configuration. So not many people knew where the configuration window was. And with the SCPMonitor Plus, it makes it very obvious that it has configuration options on it. Next, let's move on to the profile manager, and this is where you can change the buttons on your controller. Now, let's say if I have a friend that likes to use the L and R1 buttons to shoot better than the L2 and R2 buttons to shoot. All you would do is go down to the drop-down menu here and go to LR swap and hit activate. And then, there you go. Your controller is now flipped for the triggers, and your friend will now be happy. Don't forget, you can also choose what controller you want to modify here in this drop-down menu, and there you go. And again, the old SCPMonitor had this option, but again, you had to go to the system tray, right-click on the icon, and then go to Profile Manager. Last but not least is the joypad control panel option, and here you can see the list of controllers that are connected to your computer. Remember, we're emulating the controller as an Xbox controller, so it'll show up as an Xbox controller. If you hit properties on here, you can test your controller that is connected. So if I move a joystick on my PlayStation 4 controller, you'll notice that it's working, and the test is good, so we know the controller is working. Also, if you go to the settings tab here, you can go to calibrate, and you can calibrate the controller with Windows. So say if a button is pressing itself, or your character is moving by itself, you can always go to the calibrate controller option, and it should clear a few problems up. So that is the SCPMonitor Plus option. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will leave the mod in the description below. It'll be linked. If you guys want to download it, go ahead. It is a very small file. I believe it's about 250 kilobytes. You do not need to install anything. All you do is open up the SCPMonitor as you would like the SCPMonitor, the original. And there you go. It works right off the bat. All you need to do is have everything installed from the SCP driver beforehand and make sure the original SCPMonitor works. So again, I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys liked it, leave a like. I would very much appreciate that. If you guys want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. I would also very much appreciate that. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.